I feel like we've done the same stuff.
Okay, so look at these three right here. I think that cylinder, cone, and sphere are probably the easiest three to identify. Okay, a cylinder looks like a can, two circles connected with, this. Okay, a cone, one circle, looks like an ice cream cone, looks like a traffic cone, right? And then a sphere, it's a ball, right? It's a three-dimensional circle. Okay, but we need to be very careful with how we identify a prism versus a pyramid. Okay.
Pen, please.
I can lend you a pencil.
No, pen, please.
I can lend you a pencil.
I want a pen. I like pen.
A prism has two bases. Okay, so notice how in this prism we have two bases that are identical and they are connected with rectangular sides. Okay, this picture in particular is a triangular prism because we have our bases that are triangles. Okay, so you have two of the same bases and the sides are rectangles. Okay, versus a pyramid has one base and then the other sides come to a point. Okay, similar to how a cone comes to a point. Okay, so in this picture, our pyramid has a triangle as its base, and then notice the other sides come to a point. Okay, so what I want you to do, I want you and your elbow partner to take the next 60 seconds, and in numbers 1 through 6, just right here where like this area that I'm highlighting, I want you to write the word prism or pyramid. Is this a prism or pyramid? Write it here. Prism or pyramid, write it here. Okay. What? Austin, where's page 1? Come on, bud. Well, more than a few.
So what
So this is a triangular prism.
What do you call it? It's laying on a rectangle. You turn it on its side.
It would still be a like the tent, it would still be a triangular prism because the two are triangles connected by. So like,
I just didn't know if it had a.
so like this guy right here. It's like it's on its side, but
Yeah.
it's still a triangular prism because it has two triangles
Can you actually rip it?
connected with rectangles.
So you can't rip it? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Nope, not
this would be a
I can.
pentagonal prism.
Gotcha. I just didn't know if it
If
was
the
just like a
orientation
different
mattered.
name. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Oh my.
Okay, so you are identifying prism or pyramid for 1 through 6. All right, Emma, what do you think about number 1? Okay, specifically, we would say that this is a rectangular prism. Hey, Tony. No,
Oh, it's fine.
Tony. Sorry, Austin.
Why'd you just
Give-
come take it off of this?
Actually,
Okay, Tony and Austin, you are on your way to spending time with me after school. I need you to stop.
you know yours again.
Water.
Okay, so number one is a prism. Austin, what's number two? Well, is it prism or pyramid? Okay. Specifically, this would be a hexagonal pyramid because we have a hexagon on the bottom and then triangles that come to a point. But right now, I just care about whether it's prism or pyramid. Okay, number three, Reagan, what do we got? We have a prism. Specifically, this would be a triangular prism because we have our two bases that are triangles. Okay. Maddie, what about number four? Number four is a prism. Technically, this would be a pentagonal prism because we have pentagons as our bases. Okay. But it is a prism. Wes, number five. We have a pyramid. Technically, this is a square pyramid because the bottom, the base is a square connected with those pointy triangles. All right, and then number six. Caesar, what do you think? It is a triangular pyramid. Very good. Okay. Now, let's come back to number one. We need to identify the faces, the edges, and the vertices and count them. So I want to start with vertices. Who has an idea of how to describe to me what vertices are? The corners. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pencil. You can take your pencil and I'm going to put a dot on each of the corners. Okay. It's an Apple pencil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 corners. So we have 8 vertices. That makes sense? You have a pencil? Okay, edges. Who can tell me what they think an edge would be? How would you describe the edges? What are we counting? The lines, maybe? Not maybe, yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trace the lines and count them as I trace. I would suggest you to do the same. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4. Trace them as you count, otherwise there's no point in tracing them. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Did I color all of them? Okay, so we have 12 edges. If you color them as you count, it's a pretty easy job to do. Okay. Now, I think the faces takes a little bit more abstract thinking. Okay. A little bit harder when we have a 3-dimensional figure on our piece of paper. The faces are like the sides. Like all of our sides are rectangles. So if I put my hand on a side, how many different sides do we have? Reagan is saying 6. Okay. Do you agree that this Kleenex box looks like the rectangular prism? Yeah. Okay. So everybody look over here. When we're talking about faces, we're talking about, okay, here I have 2. Here we have 2. Here we have 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different faces. How many sides can I touch? Okay. So in this case, we have 6. And that's all we got to be able to do. Prism or pyramid, and then count the vertices, edges, and faces. Okay. So this was a prism. Let's maybe try a pyramid and see how it kind of differs. Okay. So let's go to number 2. And just like before, I want to start with vertices because I just think that that's the easiest thing to count. Right, Cash? Yeah. Okay, I see too many heads down. I'm gonna make you guys do some jumping jacks here in a minute. Emma? Marco? How many vertices do we have, Austin? So help me, here's one. You were right with 7. Yeah, I did. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have a hexagon. So we have 6 of them down here and 1 up here.
6 edges.
Oh, we're gonna have more than 6 edges. Now, I want you to understand that those dotted lines are for edges that are behind our figure. Okay, so when we count the edges, okay, so I'm gonna connect. Here's 1, 2, 3. Dot to dot is 4. Dot to dot is 5. Dot to dot is 6. Okay, so we're connecting the vertices. We're connecting the dots there. Okay, so we have 6 just on our base. Now, where else do we need to count? Up to that top. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There are 12 edges. There are some patterns when we look at prisms. There are some patterns when we look at pyramids. Okay, some of you are going to notice those patterns. Some of you aren't. As long as you can count them, I'm going to be okay. All right. So if we were to put our hand on all of the sides, it looks up here. Up here we have a bunch of triangles. How many triangles do we have? We have 6 triangles. And then we have that base. So how many faces do we have? We have 7 faces. All right, this is what I want from you. You and your elbow partner. Identify the faces, edges, and vertices of number 3 together. Ready, set, go. Vertices do we have? How many vertices do we have in number 3? 6. If we count the corners, it looks like we have 6 vertices. Okay. Tatum, how many edges do we have? Tatum says 9. Do you agree? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Sophia, faces. Okay, Sophia says 5 faces. We have our 2 triangles, right? Boom, boom. And then we have 1, 2, 3 rectangles. Okay. This is what we're gonna do. I want you to think of your favorite season. Is it summer, winter, fall, or spring? Everybody silently think of your favorite season. Okay. Everybody has to stand up when I say go. You're going to walk to a corner of the room, and with the group that is with you, you are going to work through number 6 and number 4 and number 6 together. Okay, so you're gonna do number 4 and number 6. If you have a favorite season of summer, you're gonna go to the corner by the door. Winter is gonna be my podium. Fall is in front of my desk. Spring is in the corner with the calculators. Ready, set, go. Bring your pencil, bring your notes. Everybody has to get up and move to a different location based on your favorite season. Work together on number 4 and 6. Nobody likes winter?
Or someone.
Someone doing this one up there.
Summer is by the door.
Like, if you have a pool.
Johnny. We're doing next to you or we're out of our seat right now. So it's kind of obvious that you are not.
There's a shine little dude.
Hey, where's the time, Glenn? Hey, come on. Can you at least do number 4 and 6? Here at your seat. It's pretty quiet for you working together. I should hear some talking.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1.
What happens in 10 minutes? A little bit more than I'm very thankful that my summer group is getting answers and talking about them. Be more like them.
I agree. You can buy it.
Oh, that's
Buy it.
No, you have 13.
You get funny about messing with my hand when I'm writing. What you make me do?
Huh? What? That was nothing. Okay, you have 60 seconds.
You're an AI.
What did AI do this? I got that.
I can say, yeah.
I'm done.
Just blow dry my head.
Go back to your seat.
What did AI do this?
Can you please throw that away, Austin?
What did AI do this?
Austin, throw it in the trash can and then come this way, walk this way.
Yeah, you're a robot.
Okay,
I'm not a robot.
so I'm at number 6, so we're gonna start at number 6. Kaylee, how many vertices do we have?
6.
We have 4 vertices. Kale, how about edges?
13.
4, did you say 4? I can't hear you.
I'm at nothing.
What'd you say? 6 edges sounds better. Okay. And then, Lainey, how about the number of faces? There are 4, Lainey. Thank you for answering, Lainey. Okay, we have a triangle base and then 1, 2, 3 triangle sides. Okay, all right, Leah, how many vertices do we have on number 4? We have 10. Yikes. 10 vertices. Cash, how many edges do we have?
Let me count.
You should have already counted.
2, 13. I'm guessing.
So there's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There are 15 edges. You need to be doing your work when I ask you to do your work. Okay, Sophie, how about the number of faces? We have 7 faces. We have 2 bases and then 5 rectangles that are connecting them. Okay, so this is what I want you to do. Can you please turn to page 3? On page 3, you need to do number 1 through 6. Tell me pyramid or prism, and then identify the number of faces, edges, and vertices. Oh man, we have 9 minutes left in class and you have 6 problems to do. Even if it takes you over a minute to do each problem, you can finish this in class.
In the water.